Hello, my witchy friends. It's Figbury Witch ASMR. And today, let me show you what's in my Wuthering Heights bag, kindly gifted to me by well-read company. I'll show you what's inside. I have an affiliate code. Links will be in the bio and the comments. And we'll enjoy the sounds of this beautiful bag together. At first, if you're new here, please subscribe and join the coven. Or if you'd like to stick around even longer and support the work that I do as a witchcraft historian, you can join the coven on Patreon. I post ad-free versions of the videos you see here on YouTube, as well as tons of spells, recipes, witchy history facts, and blog posts. So we've really formed a lovely community on Patreon, and I treasure my patrons more than anything in the world. So please do come join us. So, Wuthering Heights is one of my all-time favorite books. And though I am a witchcraft historian, I also work in literature. And there are some very witchy aspects to Wuthering Heights. It was published in 1847, and it was first published under the pen name Alice Bell. And of course, being a book that is a gothic romance in a lot of senses, there are all sorts of references to folklore and fairy tale. I must have like 6 copies of Wuthering Heights at this point. This was my first copy, this Dover Thrift edition. I always reach for it. And this one is like a very fancy Norton Critical edition. You can see if I put the bag up next to one of these books, this bag is very much book size, which is quite novel. I've worn it out and about already a few times, and the compliments that I have gotten on it are numerous and wonderful. If you love this bag and don't even want to listen to me sing its praises for the next 30 minutes, then I do have a code that you can use on your next order. It is Figbury ASMR, all caps, one word, and I'll put it in the description. These book bags even have like little like fake pages, in the sense that the actual bag is white on the inside. And I'll show you what it looks like when we open it up in a second. The outside has kind of a delicious texture. And the back of it has a quote on it. Later in this video, I will read a little bit of one of my favorite passages in Wuthering Heights to you. But here's the quote. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same. Of course, people read it as a very romantic quote. There's a lot of different interpretations that you can bring to the table with this quotation, but it really represents that tortured dynamic between Heathcliff and Kathy. They also have put these little book corners on the edges of the book cover to keep the bag from getting any significant damage. And I love those little details that just show how quality the bag is. You can also take the straps off. They are attached with a lobster claw clasp. And you can adjust the strap if you'd like. I have it on the max amount because I like to wear it as kind of a cross-body bag. But you could definitely shorten it to make it more of like a handbag or something like that. And there are those little lobster claw clasps. I love when purses have these. If you wanted, of course, you could use a different strap, but I don't know why you would want to, because it's such a nice strap. So I'm just gonna put them back on the book, and I promise you, these bags make people ask you a lot of questions. They're like, how did you turn a book into a bag? I'm like, well, I didn't do it, but Red Company did. As well, if you open it up, you can see there is a magnet concealed underneath the material that they've used to line the bag. And it's like really spacious. And in this video, I'm going to show you how spacious it is and just like how much stuff you can actually fit into it. They've really maximized what you can do with the space that you're given. So, close the book up. And I fit a lot in this bag, so I'm excited to show you all of the little objects and things that I keep in my purse. This is a series. I've done one video on another bag before this one, because everybody seems to really love these videos. So I have a lot in here, and we're gonna go through each of the items in here one by one and take a nice close look at them. So the first item that I have is something that I treasure. My lovely, wonderful, talented friend, Ash Elizabeth Art, makes clay figures and jewelry and all sorts of amazing things. And she was inspired by Slavic folk art and did a series of babushka bears. So I fell in love with this one. This strawberry folk art painting looks like exactly what my papa or grandmother would make. And I'm just so amazed by her ability to pick up on the conventions and style of different art movements. Like, this is perfect folk art. So I'll leave a link in the description to Ash Elizabeth's store. As well, let's see what else I have in my bag. You'll notice my nails aren't painted, or I don't have anything on them. I'm giving them a little breather right now, and I do this by using my favorite brand of like skin and body care products. And that's Badger. This is a tiny little tin of Cuticle Care balm, and I've noticed a really big difference since I've started using it. I have really dry skin, and it tends to get kind of cold where I live. But I just keep this in my purse so that, if my hands are getting dry, then I take care of the problem quickly. And I also have my wallet in my bag. I have lots of different wallets. This one, I've removed everything from it for this video because I don't want to reveal my identity on the internet to all of you. But it's a very beautiful wallet. With nothing in it. Change in there if you'd like. I don't have anything in there right now, but there's some lovely roses. It's made of some kind of leather that's been dyed. And it's kind of the best ASMR wallet. Makes so many good noises. I always try to match my wallet to my purse, so I would love to have a well-read company matching wallet of some sort. But the rose somehow felt right with the Wuthering Heights purse. So excellent noises. What else do I have in here? I also have some lip balm. If you watch any ASMR What's in My Bag video, there's always going to be some lip balm somewhere. And this is Badger again. I wish they didn't get rid of the Badger art on everything though. They're kind of minimalizing the brand and it makes me sad. But I love you, Badger. If you're watching this, which you probably aren't, I still love you. This is a very nice lip balm. Cocoa butter and vanilla. And I've been using it for so long already. Their lip balms for probably a decade now. If you've watched my videos for a long time, you know that I use their products a lot. Especially the sleep balm. Oh, so good. Do you know, it's not a what's in my bag video unless there's lip balm in there. There just has to be a tube of lip balm. Let's see what else we have in here. Oh, okay. I also have this little bear that my friend Nora gave to me. I have lots of medical issues. I have chronic illnesses. And she gave me this bear to put in my pocket when I go to medical appointments so that I always have a lucky little friend to keep me company while I'm feeling nervous or anxious, keep him close to my heart. So that's what this guy is. I keep him usually in my purse, just in case I have to go do something that scares me. And he's crocheted. He's just very small, has a little bit of stuffing in him. a cute little scarf that's really just a string of sorts. As well, I always keep hair ties and things. I'm obsessed with this headband right now. I actually have a matching skirt for this. You could use it as like a belt, but I use it as a headband. And it's a lovely rose pattern. I just love the pink and purple and green accents. And I tie this into my hair if I want to push it fully out of my face. And I use it as like a hair tie too. It's a little looser when you use it in that way, but it works well enough. So I have that in there as well. And I have, just in case I don't want to use that, I have a scrunchie with this pattern that the camera really does not like for some reason. But this is kind of a wild geometric patterned scrunchie, because when you have long hair, sometimes you have to urgently put your hair up because you just get hot, you know? So I always keep a scrunchie on me, and it's always like a real panic if you can't find one. So that's my scrunchie that I keep in my bag, of course, for my long flowing locks. And also, I have, keep a lot in here, like I said. I have a little box of matches, or a pack of matches, because you never know when you might need a match. And these are called the incense match, and they're patchouli scented. It takes me forever to work through these, so like I don't know why I have to keep matches on me. Old habit, I guess. But these actually smell good when you burn them, so it's kind of nice. And see, there's quite a few of them. They come in a foil to kind of retain the scent, I think. Maybe that's the idea. But those are my patchouli scented matches that I'm slowly working my way through. Okay, time to fish our hand back into the purse and see what treasures await us. So I have this little keychain, and I'm going to attach it to this purse, I think. It is a little, like, it's not really Victorian. It's like Victorian colored, but it looks more like an Edwardian shoe. And it's just a little shoe for proper little ladies. And I cannot believe this keychain. I found it at an antique store. There was like a key bowl full of them, and I had such a hard time picking a shoe that I felt was the right shoe. But it goes with my little Wuthering Heights bag. As well, I've put a postcard that I got at the British Library. I did not get one of Wuthering Heights, but this is a postcard of the manuscript for the first chapter of Jane Eyre, and they actually have this on display at the British Library. I've done research there before, and I thought it might be kind of a fun thing to have in my bag, just to show you the dimensions of the bag so you get a sense of how big it is. But here, side by side for you. Of course, this is Emily Bronte's sister, but see, it's quite a bit bigger than a postcard. So it's a large size book. You get a lot of really fantastic space. And of course, if you join my Patreon, I have 2 mail out tiers, and I love sending mail to my patrons. So if you like getting mail, it's sure guarantee. As well, I have a tin of book darts here. If you've ever used book darts before, they're my favorite, like paperless and penless way to mark my pages while I'm reading. And of course, they're removable. They're just like really small bookmarks that you gently slide onto the pages of the book you're reading. And they keep your place as well. They have a little point on them, so it points directly to whatever passage you're interested in remembering or coming back to. I've used it for teaching in the past. These ones are kind of like a bronzy gold color. They're really flexible and thin. And yeah, pro tip, get yourself some book darts. I'm not sure, these were a gift. I'm not sure like what companies make them, but if you just look up book darts, you should be able to find them. And see, it's a little tab, that's the back. And then this is how the front looks. So it points you directly to whatever passage you're most interested in returning to. And you can barely see them, they're so thin. Like it doesn't affect how you turn the pages at all, which is why I love them, because you can use like 1 million of them at once. So I always keep a little tin of book darts in my purse with whatever book I'm reading, so that I can properly annotate and mark up and remember certain parts of the book that I'm reading at that time. Let's open this back up, see what else we've got inside here. Of course, I have a pack of gum, just as kind of a classic thing to keep in your purse. I like the flavor spearmint best. But sometimes, I like a little bit of like fruity gum or like cinnamon gum is pretty great. But this is what I've got going on this time. Some basic spearmint gum to keep my breath smelling fresh. So, typical purse fodder. Just something to freshen up the breath. What else? Okay, so I have a few like fragrances in here. This is a solid perfume from Lush, and I've had it for a couple years now. So their solid perfumes last forever. But this is Fresh As, and it's kind of a pine scent, like a really fresh pine scent. And I just put it on the wrists, and then it's kind of like a scent that stays on you for a lot of the day. Honestly, it really impresses me. So I keep a solid perfume with me depending on what I feel like smelling like that day. And I also keep a liquid perfume. This is a rollerball by my absolute number 1 favorite perfume house, Solstice Scents. This one is Seance, and like you can't go wrong with Solstice Scents. I am so obsessed with Solstice Scents. Here's that rollerball top that I was talking about, and yeah, like it's just so glorious and beautiful. It smells like paper and clove. They're scent experiences. As well, I normally keep a journal in my bag, whether it's a journal like this one or a day planner. This one, however, fits perfectly inside my Wuthering Heights bag, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. But it's really pretty. It has a lovely textured finish and an elastic band. So if you want to keep other papers in it without it falling out, it's pretty simple to do so. But yeah, this is a really pretty one. I love the spine with all of those really pretty flowers on the outside. As you can see, it fits beautifully, like almost like it was made for this purse. And there's still room left, so if you want to just bring your journal, wallet, lip balm, keys, you could definitely do that. It's pretty crazy how much you can fit in these book bags. Now that we've taken all the contents out, you can see that the lining says Well Read Co. with a cute little book patterned logo. And there's a pouch on the side. And it has kind of a satiny finish. I'm a really big fan of just like the little details that they put into these bags. Really feels like they think of absolutely everything. So, I also just have to readjust a little bit from all of the moving this stuff around. Now that we've emptied it, we might talk a little bit about Wuthering Heights and why I chose this bag. Of course, I told you that it's my favorite book, that I love Emily Bronte. Let me show you the spine so you can put this on your bookshelf like an actual book. It's pretty crazy. Very brilliant of them to do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you parts of one of my favorite parts of Wuthering Heights while you listen and watch some of the sounds of this gorgeous purse. So if you want to follow along, this is chapter 14 of Wuthering Heights. This is I'm reading from the Penguin Classics edition. Heathcliff advanced to the hearth. Time had little altered his person either. There was the same man, his dark face rather sallower and more composed, his frame a stone or two heavier, perhaps no other difference. Catherine had risen with an impulse to dash out when she saw him. "Stop," he said, arresting her by the arm. "No more runnings away. Where would you go?" And then there's this incredible passage. "I'll tell you what I did yesterday. Removed the earth off her coffin lid, and I opened it. I thought once I would have stayed there when I saw her face again. It is hers yet. He had hard work to stir me, but he said it would change if the air blew on it, and so I struck one side of the coffin loose." "You are very wicked, Mr. Heathcliff," I exclaimed. "Were you not ashamed I disturbed nobody, Nellie, he replied, and I gave some ease to myself. I shall be a great deal more comfortable now, and you'll have a better chance of keeping me underground when I get there. Disturbed her? No, she has disturbed me, night and day through 18 years, incessantly, remorselessly till yesternight. And yesternight I was tranquil. I dreamt I was sleeping the last sleep. Thank you so much for watching. And again, you can use the code VictoryASMR on Well Read Co's website if you'd like a book bag of your own. Good night.